Hey, this is Chris from Rekkid Talk. So this is going to be 10 records no one else in the vinyls community has. And so I'm breaking the rules of the contest, TKR Video Central. I'm entering again. I want to help even things out since Vinyl Richie is getting like 239 bonus entries since all the lemmings from the Vinyl Richie channel have entered the contest. I'm also going to break some other rules because I'm going to show 4 different formats rather than 2. And by the way, Madam Sin sent me here, so TC, you should give him the bonus entry. Now, if you've seen Madam Sin's entry, he showed his granny's records. I think one of those records was so old that it's actually made out of bug spit, and it plays at 87 revolutions per minute. And you actually have to be a hoodlum. You have to have skills. You have to be able to like hotwire your turntable in order to get your turntable to spin fast enough. And then you have to use like a thumbtack as the stylus to play that old bug spit record. But Madam Sin knows how to do all that stuff. So, but let me show you my records that none of you in the vinyls community has. And so let's start off with this Fleetwood Mac Rumors. Now, I know some of you are sitting there going, aha, I have that record. In addition to aha, I have that Fleetwood Mac record, even though it is admittedly from that little known middle period of the band where they were without either Peter Green or Billy Burnett. But what is the case is I have the most desirable pressing. If you look carefully at the bottom there, if we can focus in the bottom line, manufactured by Columbia House under license. Yes, I have the rare, desirable 1983 Columbia House pressing of Fleetwood Mac Rumors, and I bet you don't. Okay, next, Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. This is the anniversary edition. This is the 50th anniversary edition from Target. I know the rest of you guys all have your priceless OGs, but I'm going to have the last laugh because all of the other pressings of this copy are going to be ruined on the Crosleys that others are going to play the Target edition on. And in 10 years, I'm going to have the only playable one left, and it's going to skyrocket in value. That's my number 2. Number 3. I seem to have misplaced my copy of Eagles' Greatest Hits, guys. Sorry. I'd ask one of you to send it to me as VCLT, but you can't give me what you don't have. So let's just go ahead and move on to my number 4 record, which is going to be Kenny Rogers' Greatest Hits. And so I know that the vinyls community only listens to libtard-approved classic country music. And so that's going to be Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, and Dolly Parton. Or maybe you'll listen to quote-unquote Americana. Or you'll listen to whatever Vinyl Me Please puts out. So Miranda Lambert or Sturgill Simpson or Sam Hunt on puke-splattered vinyl. So I know none of you have the man, the myth, the legend, the leader of country traditionalism himself, Mr. Kenneth Rogers. And another good thing about this record is, unlike your dirty hippie records that you guys have, like the Grateful Dead, nobody ever rolled a joint on a Kenny Rogers record. Now, they probably did it on their Merle Haggard record. That's probably the way it worked out. All right, let's switch up formats. Let's go to compact discs for you digital files, those digital dickies out there. So this is Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. Nobody in the vinyls community has ever shown an Alanis Morissette record, and I've watched hundreds of thousands of VC videos, and so I know that Alanis Morissette is the forgotten female singer-songwriter of the 1990s. Don't let others in their videos mislead you and tell you it's Liz Donnelly or PJ Hatfield. The forgotten gem of the 1990s is Alanis Morissette. While we're doing CDs, number 6, REM Monster. There was an extremely limited pressing of this. It's very hard to find. If you stumble across this in the wild, snap it up immediately. You're never going to see it again. Number 7, Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreaming. Now, unfortunately, I sent my only copy to another member of the vinyls community, so you're going to have to watch their video in order to be able to see it. I'll put a link to their video here, or here, or maybe down there. Somewhere I'll put a link to that video so you can see the Dave Matthews Band record. Let's do 45, because I show 45s to bored people. So here we go. On the Capitol label, Juice Newton, Queen of Hearts. Flip side is called River of Love. And so I know no one else has this, because all of the copies that exist of this record, besides the one I'm holding in my hand right now, are currently sitting in a stack of unsleeved 45s at a flea market. How do I know this? This record is literally in every single stack of sleeveless 45s that I've ever dug through, and I know nobody else looks through them. Juice Newton is the queen of thrift store 45s. Much as Barbra Streisand is in every single stack of thrift store LPs, and Sarah McLachlan is in every stack of thrift store CDs. Let's do another format, cassettes. So we got Pink Floyd, a collection of great dance songs. And so Pink Floyd is really the epitome of a singles-only band. You really shouldn't bother with their albums. I mean, there's no real rhyme or reason or concept behind any of their albums. It's just a hit song or two and a bunch of filler. That's all a Pink Floyd album is. So you might as well just get the comp. Now, the analog fetishists tend to be completists, and they buy the expensive OGs or the Mobile Infidelity reissues of this. But you should just get this comp on cassette. Trust me, Columbia and CBS issued nothing but audiophile grade tapes in the 1980s. There's absolutely no chance of tape hiss or flutter. There's absolutely no chance that the tape deck in your vintage 1983 Chevy Citation is going to eat this tape. It's just not going to happen. And then finally, my number 10 in albums that nobody in the vinyls community owns. So this would be Dick and Ann Albin with A Harvest of Dulcimers. And so this was on the Phonograph label from 1979. And this is really a gem. And so this was a flea market find. It had never been taken out of the shrink, although I did take it out of the shrink. I forgot to be the waxed and do my I opened an unsealed 40-year-old record video. But this record has now been played once. I love Big Tom's Homemade Dandelion Wine. And this record was described online as private press record loaded up with long hair hippie bay backwoods mountain music dulcimer action. And so now I know you guys want this. So I've gone ahead and I've listed my copy of this record on Discogs at $999 or best offer.